Now I am going to explain self-potential energy of hollow charged sphere or conducting sphere. Self-potential energy. Self-potential energy of hollow or conducting charged sphere. First, you need to understand what is self-potential energy. The energy to be spent to form a charged body or amount of work needed to do to create a charged body is what? It's self-potential energy. We should create a charged body. To create the charged body, we should do some work or we should spend some energy. So it will be its self-potential energy. Now, in case of this charged hollow sphere, so this is the hollow sphere, its radius is r. I am going to give charge to this. So we should bring the small charged particles from infinity to this surface to give the charge. So I am going to give the charge to this. So in this hollow conducting sphere, when we bring the charges from infinity to this surface, only amount of charge on this sphere gradually increases, but size remains constant. We should keep that point in mind here. We are not going to increase its size, only we are going to increase the charge. So we are going to give the charge without changing the radius. So radius of this size or radius of this sphere won't change here while giving the charge here. Now if I initially the charge present on this sphere, initial charge is 0. If it is charged completely, the final charge on this is capital Q. If I charged this sphere to capital Q, the energy to be spent to give this much of charge is what? It's self-potential energy. To know that at some instant the charge present, we are bringing the charges gradually from infinity to this surface from 0 to Q. So initial charge is 0, finally its charge on this sphere is capital Q. At some moment during the process of that bringing the charges from infinity, at one instant the charge present on this sphere is Q, small q. That size remains same. Size always capital R only. Size doesn't change, radius remains same. At one instant the charge present on this sphere is Q. In the process of bringing the charges from infinity to this surface. Now if I bring further dq charge onto this from infinity, this is infinity. I am bringing small charged particles of amount dq gradually onto this to increase the charge from 0 to q. So while bringing this dq onto this, I am going to write equations for the work to be done to bring this dq charge from infinity to this surface at the moment at which the charge present on this sphere is q. The work to be done to bring this from infinity to this is dw. dw is generally equal to potential difference between the 2 points in which charged particle is moved, potential difference, and the charge which is moved, dq. This is dw. Potential difference means potential at final position and potential at initial. Means final means potential at surface of this sphere, potential at infinite distance. We brought this dq from infinity and dq. This dw, potential at infinity is 0. No potential. Potential at surface of this sphere, at the moment the charge on this is q. That is what potential of this sphere is k q by its radius. This is the potential of sphere when the charge present on the sphere is q. This is k q by r. This is 0. No need to write 0 dq. This is the equation for what? The work to be done to bring dq charge from infinity to surface of this sphere is this. Now what is k here? K is the constant, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught when this surrounding medium is air or vacuum. Now here integrate this to get the total work done to bring the charge from 0 to q. Limits of charge from 0 to q. We are creating this charged body up to charge q. Now this is equal to this integration of dw is total work done or total energy to be spent. This is k by r constant. Q integration is q square by 2. Apply the limits. Directly you can write q square by 2. This is the self energy. Self energy is now k q square by 2 r. Or you can write this k here. This is equal to u equal to q square by 8 pi epsilon naught into r. This is the self potential energy of shallow charged conducting sphere.